1 in 10 Massachusetts residents experiences hunger. And while there are local solutions like food pantries, meal programs, and many child nutrition programs, every year the Walk for Hunger helps raise funds to fund the solution. Now this year, will be the 50th walk, making Project Bread's Walk for Hunger the oldest pledge walk in the entire country. And as a participant, you can truly make a difference. Last year, money raised by Walk for Hunger participants funded over 260 anti-hunger programs across the Commonwealth. Here to give us all the details on this year's walk and the 5K run, which will both take place on Sunday, May 6th, is Project Bread's new president, Erin McAleer.
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 Yeah.
See, Ellen Parker was easy.
Yeah.
Ellen Parker.
I answered everything. So
yeah.
McAleer, whatever you want to call it.
What they call you in college? Mac?
Mac, yeah. I had two older brothers, so I was Little Mac in
Little
high school.
Mac.
Yeah.
I knew you had a nickname. Well, welcome to Revista. This is actually your first time on this show.
It is, yes.
Yeah, but you were on Urban and Asian Focus. You've been making the rounds here at Channel 7, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you like it?
I love it. It's a great crew here and a great station that supports us year-round.
Yeah, everyone except one, but we won't talk about who that person is. She knows who she is. Yeah. But anyways, so let's get right to it, right?
Yeah.
It's around the corner.
Yep.
And people excited?
People are really excited. Yeah, I mean, I just got an email yesterday from a woman who participated in the first walk. So I think.
Wait.
Yeah.
You mean 50 years ago?
Yes. And she is getting ready for her 50th walk.
Oh, she's going to do it again?
Of course, yeah. So we've got a group of really loyal supporters, but then we're also bringing in new, younger families that will be doing it for the first time. So there's a lot of excitement about the event.
So maybe next year you can invite her to come with you on the show.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Oh, that's must-see TV.
Yeah, totally.
Wow. Yeah. Because yes, it's the 50th walk, right?
It's the 50th walk. Yep. Yeah, it's a big year.
And making it the oldest in the country, right? We seem to forget
that.
It
was an innovation in and of itself. It was a group out of the Paula Center on Beacon Hill that came together, and they wanted to raise awareness about the issue of hunger in our state, but also raise some money. And they decided, why don't we walk a long distance and get people to pledge money for us and raise it? And now there's all sorts of walks like this, but it was the first model of its kind in the nation. So an innovation of itself.
You're right, because what do they say? Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Yes.
There's all kinds of great walks.
Oh, wonderful walks, yeah.
But this one is the grandmother or granddaddy of them all, right?
It is, yeah,
This is good. And now you are president.
I am, yeah. I just started in October.
Yes. How does that feel?
It's great. It's such a great organization with just a really strong legacy of leading on this issue, and I'm really excited to be here.
Good. All right, so let's talk about May 6th.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, and it's hard to find someone who doesn't know because the walk is so iconic, and it cuts right through the city of Boston on such a it's usually a beautiful day, right?
Fingers crossed. Yeah. After this marathon Monday, you never know in New England.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a look at the route. For those who don't know, where does it start?
It starts on Boston Common and ends on Boston Common, and it's a 20-mile route. It goes through Back Bay, Brookline, Newton, Arsenal Park in Watertown is where most people stop and have lunch, then back through Cambridge. And so it's 20 miles, but I just want to tell folks they do not have to do the full 20 miles. We have stops along the way, shuttle buses that will pick them up. So walk the full 20 miles if you want, or walk as much as you want.
And that's how you raise funds, right?
Absolutely,
By people sponsoring folks who will walk. And most people will pay for the whole thing, right?
Exactly.
I remember years ago it was kind of like you get a certain amount for the amount of miles, right?
We stopped doing that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Smart move.
Just participating.
Just participating.
Yeah.
But you've also got a run, right?
We do. So we introduced this a few years ago. So at 7 a.m. we'll do a 5K run around Boston Common because we know there's a lot of runners in our midst that also want to participate.
And this gives them the opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So you said something key, right? 7 in the morning, May 6th is the run. Walkers can start. They can register that day.
So we register. We encourage ahead of time.
Yes.
So register today if you're watching this.
And we have the whoops, my finger. We have the website right underneath you.
Perfect. Yeah. So, but of course, we will take people that want to show up that day and decide to register you. So you can do it there, but it'll just be a faster process for you if you register online in advance.
Now, what does that day look like for runners and for participants? For those who haven't, I know we have some photos, and photos say a lot, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a vibrant day. It's a community event. That's really what it is. So you'll see individuals of all ages and backgrounds and experiences, and just it's really about coming together. And right now we're seeing people take to the streets for all sorts of issues across our nation, and this is one that people have been taking to the streets to for 50 years about the issue of hunger, and we've made great progress, but there's a lot more that we still need to do. So it's fun. We're going to have some fun entertainment along the route. We're doing some new things to celebrate the 50th, so it'll be a vibrant day.
Now, for you, what does that look like? This is well, I know you've been involved before,
Yeah.
but so what time are you going to get there?
So apparently I need to report to work at 3:45 a.m.
So is it still is it dark out still?
I would think so. I'm not usually up at 3:45 a.m.
3:45?
Yeah, so I probably have to get in the shower around 2:45 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, you're wide awake and ready for folks to come on by.
Yeah, we will be ready for them. We do have some early arrivals, some folks that like to get there really early in the morning and enjoy that quiet before the chaos of everybody swarming in.
Yeah. Now, we've talked about this before with Ellen, and I want to touch upon it with you. Is people still, I think, even after all these years, don't realize how many people go to bed hungry here in the state of Massachusetts.
Right. Yeah, it's shocking in a state with as many resources as ours, and with one of the highest per capita incomes in the entire country. But there is income inequality, and for individuals who are making a minimum wage, it's difficult to afford an apartment anywhere in the state of Massachusetts, not just in Boston, but we're also talking in rural communities of Massachusetts. And then you factor in, we have the highest childcare costs in the entire country. Heat in our old homes in Massachusetts is 57% higher than it is in other parts of the country. So cost of living here is high, and that's what we find is that when folks are paying their bills, their rent, their childcare, their transportation, what often becomes challenging is paying for groceries at the end of the month.
So let's do a call for action here.
Yeah.
I want you to look into that camera and tell our viewers what you'd like for them to do. Maybe go on the website and do what?
Absolutely. Go on the website,
Yep.
register. Then after you do that, call your friends and family and tell
Yes.
them to also register. This is an issue that is often silent. You may not know that your neighbor or your coworker or your family member is struggling to put food on the table, and the way to help raise awareness is for us to all walk together. So please participate in the Walk for Hunger, and also be an active, advocate for these important programs throughout the year.
Yeah. I know that for us here at Channel 7, they have us out there
Yep.
giving out, whether it's chapstick,
Yeah.
or lip balm. Chapstick's a brand. Lip balm or little Channel 7 stuff. But you've got a lot of other media partners and a lot of
We
other
do, yeah.
collaborators, right?
Yeah. Channel 7's our longest and most loyal one, so we're
Yep.
so appreciative of it. But we brought in the Beasley Media Group this year that has a lot of different radio stations, so they'll be there. And then we have a lot of corporate sponsors that support our walk. Quincy Mutual Insurance and Capital One and a whole list of different corporate sponsors that we are just really, really grateful for.
Cool. Now, do you get your families and friends?
Of course. So I've got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. So my husband will maybe be pushing a double stroller 20 miles.
Wow.
I don't think he's going to make it far.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Double whammy, huh?
Yeah.
Good. And a lot of friends as well?
Of course, yeah. And family coming down from Vermont. And
Is that where you grew up?
I grew up in Ipswich on the North Shore.
Oh, yeah, I know Ipswich,
Yeah.
And how'd you get involved with Project Bread?
I mean, I've long admired the organization. I've been working on, I'm a social worker by training, and I worked in government for a long time. I've been working on food security issues in different capacities. So when I found out that Ellen was retiring, it was an opportunity of a lifetime for me.
Will you say hi to Ellen for us?
Of course, happy to.
Tell us from Alberto and from Charles.
Okay,
Charles
Alberto
Clark.
and Charles, got it.
You
Yeah.
got to get the Clark. Charles Clark, he's known her. She'll know who he means. He's my boy from Lawrence, and he's
Awesome.
been here as long as I have.
Yeah, for
so
sure. Yeah.
he looks older though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
I guess we'll see you on May 6th.
See you on May 6th.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks so
you.
much.
Thank you, Erin. All right. When we come back, how a little yellow Corvette is helping to fundraise for a new seminary to form priests right here in the Boston area. All the details coming up right here on Revista Hispana.